If you're a sales leader, you know this feeling. You spend a ton of money on some big, flashy training event, and for a week, maybe two, the energy is just electric. But then, reality hits. The old habits creep back in, and that incredible ROI you were promised, poof, it's gone. It just leaves you wondering, how do we make sales development actually stick?
So let's get right into it. Why? What is the real reason that so much traditional sales training feels like this temporary shot in the arm instead of a lasting change? Well, it's a super common frustration, and honestly, it's because most skills are taught in a perfect little bubble only to completely fall apart at the first sign of pressure from a real customer out in the real world.
Let's just break this down. Over on the left, you've got the old way, and you can see that classic forgetting curve in action. This is the world of theory, of kinda generic role-playing, of those one-and-done workshops. But now, look at the right. This is a whole new ballgame. Instead of theory, it is built on the foundation of real customer conversations. The skills aren't generic anymore. They're totally personalized. And, maybe most importantly, it's not an event, it's a daily habit. This is the huge shift from a temporary boost to real, continuous growth.
Now, to make that jump from the old way to the new way, you're going to need a different kind of tool. And that's where a platform like Reppic comes into the picture. It's designed specifically to bridge that massive gap between the training room and the actual sales call, moving your team away from all that guesswork and into a process that is genuinely driven by data.
So what exactly is Reppic? Well, it's an AI platform with one singular focus: analyzing real customer conversations. It takes the audio from your team's sales calls and, like magic, it distills it into two incredibly powerful things. On one hand, you get these super practical, actionable insights for your individual reps, and on the other, you get this amazing, high-level strategic intelligence for your entire leadership team.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds pretty complicated. But honestly, the real genius here is just how simple it is. It's designed to slide right into a rep's existing day, no friction. So let me just walk you through how it actually works.
The whole thing is really just a simple three-step loop. It all starts when a rep uploads a recorded customer call. And that's it. No extra work, just a real conversation they already had. Then the AI engine kicks in and gets to work, analyzing everything from their questioning techniques to how they handle objections, and it gives them back a clear summary and a skill score. And finally, and this is the absolute key, the rep can immediately act on that feedback. They can practice with an AI sales trainer or watch short targeted videos on the exact areas they need to work on. It creates this powerful, continuous cycle. You perform, you analyze, and you get better every single day.
And you know, this quote from a user really just nails it. The most powerful coaching tool in the world isn't a manager or some fancy workshop. It's just an objective mirror held up to your own performance. That aha moment, when you finally see the gap between what you thought you were doing and what was actually happening on the call, that right there, that's what sparks genuine, lasting change.
Okay, so let's talk about the real-world impact. What does this actually mean for the folks on the front lines? For the sales representatives themselves? For the individual rep, this is literally like having a personal coach on call 24/7. They get direct, unbiased feedback on how they actually performed, not on some hypothetical role play. Then they can practice new approaches in a totally safe, private space with an AI avatar. But beyond just the skill development, it's a massive productivity tool. It automates call summaries for their CRM and for customer follow-ups, which is a total game changer. And all of this is backed up by a full library of training content that's suggested based on their own unique needs.
Now that's a huge win for the individual rep, for sure, but the impact definitely doesn't stop there. It scales all the way up to their manager. So what about the managers? How does this change their world?
For managers, this is basically the end of coaching by gut feeling. Instead of relying on random call shadowing and just hoping you hear something useful, they get objective data across their entire team. They can see, instantly, which objections are tripping everyone up or if deals are stalling because reps aren't setting clear next steps. It means coaching sessions become hyper-focused and way more effective because they're based on real patterns, not just stories. You're not guessing anymore.
Okay, this next part, this is the real secret sauce. We've talked about individual growth, we've talked about team coaching, but what if I told you that the future of your company's strategy is literally hidden in plain sight? It's being discussed, debated, and revealed every single day in every single one of your customer conversations. Seriously, just think about the power of this. What if you could hear, completely unfiltered, what your customers are really saying about your competitors? What if you could actually measure if your new value proposition is landing or just falling flat? You could spot new market trends months before they ever show up in a sales report. This forges a direct, unbreakable link between the voice of the customer on the front line and the big strategic decisions being made in the boardroom.
So you can see, this goes way beyond just another piece of software in the tech stack, right? It's really a whole new philosophy. It's built on a core belief that sets a completely new standard for what commercial excellence truly means.
And that philosophy is simple. Train like a top athlete. Think about it. The best in the world, they don't just show up for one big training camp a year. No way. They are in the gym every single day putting in the reps. They get constant direct feedback. They watch the tape. And they make these continuous, tiny adjustments to their game. And over time, that relentless process, it makes excellence just become automatic. That's the goal here. That's the new standard for every single salesperson.
So really, it all just comes down to this one simple question. Right now, at this very moment, is your sales team guessing, or are they growing? Is their development being left completely to chance, or is it embedded in every single customer interaction? Something to think about.